Welcome back. This is gonna be some icky audio because I'm whispering into my phone. And maybe it's like an ASMR direction, who knows. But my housemate, my flatmate, if you will, is snoring peacefully in the other room. So I'm trying to not disrespect that by being too loud. So that's why we're doing this little situation. Anyway, welcome to a different camera angle. Do I sound sick to you? I feel like my nose sounds sick. And me personally, I'm not into that. But maybe it's fine. So here's the spiel. Hopefully this camera isn't disgusting and terrible. Thank you for bearing with me while I figure out production. Also, how are you? This video might be a bit of a hodgepodge. Because I do have some clip where I'm talking about postcards that I made. However, the lighting is disgusting. But the hopefully main portion of this video will be as follows. Another dear darling friend of mine has a birthday rapidly approaching. Now, the loose plan, in fact, quite a rigid plan so far, is that I'm gonna use some Sculpey. Allow me to grab it. I've returned. The plan is I'm gonna use Sculpey. We've all seen this before, you know? I'm gonna use some Sculpey and these little micro magnets. There's 10. I don't know if I'm gonna use all 10. We'll see where the day takes us. But I'm gonna create some little fridge magnets. So if you wanna hang out with me during all that, please feel free. That's what I'm gonna try to do today. So let's see how that goes. Folks, okay, first and foremost, I apologize for the lighting. I don't have too many options on that front, but here's the deal. Something very exciting that we have just come across is I had this if you follow me on my little art Instagram, you may recognize this little image. Oh my God, the lighting, I'm so sorry. You might recognize this. I love this cow. And a dear friend of mine was like, oh my gosh, can I buy that from you? And I was like, yeah, I wish I could give this to you, but it's in my sketchbook. So unfortunately that was off the table. However, that sparked in my little noggin, oh my gosh, maybe I should draw some cows. So I drew some cows. So TLDR, I drew some cows, turned them into postcards, and boy am I thrilled. The lighting is not, my friend. Check out this tomato pillow though. How do we feel about that? So cute. Another cow standing, this time not at a fence. Purpley pinky guy. Get out of town. Find a town and get out of it. Just the hills in the fields. Furthermore, on the backs, they're little postcards. You can mail them like you do with a regular postcard. I'm not gonna gatekeep. I got these from moo.com because a handful of artists that I follow on YouTube have recommended moo.com. And so far, I have to follow suit and recommend them also because they have been wonderful. Let's chat for a second. Sorry, that was probably deafening. Let's chat for a second about how it's called moo.com and I drew cows. Anyway, that's a very exciting update on my end. We've also gotten delivered from Sticker App my bell peppers. I figured it probably was not exactly worth my coin. I don't think I have a big enough audience to warrant getting a bunch of die cut peppers. So I purchased 8" by 4" stickers. It's like a bumper sticker. This thing is large and in charge. And my plan is I'm gonna cut them out myself. But in the theme of, let me have a sip. Oh, it's sitting in front of my sip that I just got from Staples are these bright envelopes, which I'm gonna mail out my little postcard. I'm so excited. No, what was I saying? Oh, the dealio is, I one day would love to start a little website. The trick with that is I need enough of a following to make that worth it. Part of my idea with these little postcards is to gauge the kind of audience I've got going. Very exciting things. I'm trying not to rush it, pressure myself. Just trying to take it easy, I'm trying to enjoy the process, which so far I am. I love cows. I had a whole phase in 2nd grade. I have a pillow pet cow. So I've had, honestly, the best time drawing these little cows. And I love the peppers that I drew. I'm having a great time. I can't dare call this a pack orders with me video because it's not. I have 6 and they're all family and friends who I love dearly. Thank you everybody who supported me. You're the best ever. Neocolor 2, Aquarel, Wax pastels, baby. They are my lifeblood. They're my favorite thing in the world right now. Who was I before I found those? That's kind of my little update. Boom, baby. Closes like a breeze. Isn't this something? Stay tuned. See you later. This is gonna be an intimate little video. We have our magnets. I don't think I have it in me to make 10. It's all about flexibility. Maybe that's what this whole video's theme is. So let's get into it, shall we? I do think I need to take out one of these magnets for like a size reference. I don't know if they're the size of a dime, but like they're kind of big, which means I kind of need to make big magnets. I think I would really benefit from a mic so I don't have to lean in and whisper to my phone. But that's okay. Flexibility. Now, what does a strawberry look like? That seems like a really big magnet. Okay, let's try that icon. Does this feel like we're at a slumber party? I was never a huge fan of slumber parties. I'm an early bird. Quite literally right now, 7:20 a.m. and I'm making clay magnets. Sleepovers just really stress me out. I remember in elementary school there was one sleepover where I stayed up because I also can't shut up. I stayed up until 3 in the morning. Maybe that doesn't sound that crazy, but 8 or 9-year-old me woke up at like 7:30. Can you imagine an elementary schooler on 4 hours of sleep? I was probably a terror. Mother, I am so sorry. Take a poll, please. I need to know how we feel about this. This seems correct so far, but it's flippin' huge. So do I want to like cut it in half? I'm wondering if maybe yes, that went fine. That actually went fine. So with this little weird pinched off part, I have to make a stem. This is gross. This is ugly. Has anybody ever been to an estate sale? Because I have not. And by anybody, I mean anybody watching this. Obviously, people in this world have been to an estate sale. That is not exactly what I'm referring to. I've never been to an estate sale, and I really would like to. Is that fine? I need it to be. Why does it look like it has insane cheekbones? Maybe I make the Liberty Bell. What does a bell look like? Well, this is just a rounded triangle. I have, in fact, Googled the Liberty Bell. This is what we ended up with. She's cute. I made a little cut because of the cut. Crack. I don't know the history of the bell. I'm gonna do a little car. How do I make a car? I'm thinking a coupe. The world is my oyster. I'm its pearl. No ordinary girl. I think this is gonna have to do. That kind of looks like a car, right? Okay, I think I'm just gonna make one ball, one sphere. We're gonna flatten it a little bit, cut it in half, and there are your wheels. They're way too big. Is this lighting like kind of sleigh? I know the audio won't be. I'll get a mic one day, but the one that I'm looking at, that all the YouTube girlies have, oh, a roadie, maybe $200. I don't know if I'm ready for all that just yet. This is hard work. Next up, I need to make a mouse. Definitely also gonna be something that I need to Google. Unless I wanna make it 2D and like cartoonish, which actually is probably preferred because then I don't have to deal with a tail, which 1,000,000,000% would just snap off. It turned into kind of a weird looking heart, but that's gonna be our mouse. I'm running out of fuel and it is 7:48 in the morning. I'm gonna do one more, 5 total magnets. For my final act, it's gonna be a white picket fence. We enjoyed watching Desperate Housewives together. If you're not familiar, it's an insane show. It's insane. The amount of drama, it's crazy. Speaking of, we enjoyed watching this show together. What's everyone watching these days? Because I just finished watching House of Dragon. It was good. And now I'm rewatching Game of Thrones, which is crazy. I need some recs. So we have our picket fence. I think maybe I need to make like a sign. I don't know how I'm gonna write Wisteria Lane on it. It's okay because I'm having fun. So next up, I'm gonna bake them, then we paint them, then we glue the magnets on, and then we wrap them up. Alright. We're back. There was a bit of a delay. There were some technical difficulties. My little computer decided to just stop working. While I was trying to fix the little computer situation, I started painting. I got first coat of red done on the strawberry, and I did some whitish picket fence tones. I did put a coat of white paint on these little babies after they came out of the oven. So hopefully the paint will like show up a little better. Isn't life a mystery? All right, besties, these little magnets are done now. I think that's about it. I'm gonna glue on these little magnet backs. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Lord knows what's going on with the computer situation. So if you don't see me for a minute on YouTube, I'm gonna blame that. But either way, I will be posting semi-regularly on Instagram. Until the next time I see you, this feels like a very
new heart. I'm always this girly. See you next time.